Today we're going to be discussing 3 ways that you can create an online portfolio or gallery, plus a bonus 4th option. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Uniquely Graced Designs, chalk painting, furniture refinishing, DIY decor, home design. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, welcome again to Don't Drink the Paint Water. I'm Letitia Grace Lauer, known as Grace, and I'm with Uniquely Graced Designs and the Furniture Refinishing Academy. Today we're going to be teaching and speaking and talking, discussing how to beat out your competition. This is part 2 of a 5 or 6 part series that I'll be doing, and this one specifically is going to be talking about portfolios and online galleries that you can utilize to give your business a boost. Story time. I had a client one time who had a beautiful vintage shop bulb and seed distribution center that she wanted me to refinish. It had been terribly refinished with staining and varnish in the past. I'm talking drips on the glass, so a lot of cleanup. But also on the side, she brought me a small table that just folded down. It was a very simple table with a cabinet inside. It folded down small and the leaves swung up and came up with a little bracer underneath each side. This piece of furniture was on the trailer when they came to drop off the big piece. They were actually heading to the trash dump next for this table. But if it wasn't for my portfolio, my before and after photos where she saw I literally took horribly conditioned furniture and transformed it into livable, beautiful pieces, she would have never trusted me to stop off first and drop off that piece with me instead of go to the dump. She decided to take the table and ask me first if I could even salvage it. The veneer was peeling off. There were different pieces where chunks were missing out of the skirting. I didn't even know if I could save it, quite honestly. There definitely was times where I had to remove the veneer completely and just go back down to the raw base wood. She said whatever you can do to salvage it. She herself was a grandmother, and this was her grandmother's table that she had inherited. I was able to completely get it down to some really solid, good bones. She did say that she didn't want it stained because she understood the problems that were going on with the wood on the tops, but she wanted it painted, and she wanted it painted a certain color so she could go into her laundry room for a folding table. So I completely went through the color selecting process with her, and I told her I'd take a look, and if I really felt that once I dug into it, it just wasn't salvageable, she was like, whatever you can do to save it is great, and just let me know along the way. So I kept her updated. I refinished the table. She was super ecstatic to the point of tears because I salvaged something that is history from their family. And this is definitely something that I would not have been able to be entrusted with if she had not seen my before and afters from previous projects. So a portfolio or a gallery link or even a physical book that you have in your hands is by far an amazing tool for you to have. Okay, so let's discuss creating a gallery page or a portfolio. With COVID, especially in the last couple of years, so much of our client and customer one-on-one interaction is virtual now. Everyone's getting used to this online experience where you're communicating back and forth with a vendor or a customer, and you're doing this all online, as if that wasn't before COVID, because it was, but it's more intensified now. We're going to have a couple of discussions about different ways that you can create and give out a online portfolio or an online gallery of your transformation images of your furniture refinishing business. So always, always, always take your before photos and take your after photos. You really want to show that transformation because that transformation is what's going to get you clients. If you get custom clients because they want you to refinish grandma's furniture to something new and more modern that they can use in their own home, they're going to want to see that transformation. And though I don't suggest custom clients necessarily for beginners for furniture refinishing, I do highly suggest looking into that as an option to continue your refinishing furniture and building your refinishing furniture business. So let's go ahead and discuss the online options you have for creating an online gallery that you can share with your clients. That being said, if you are still meeting customers in person or clients in person for refinishing their furniture, you're going to need some sort of physical booklet or capability to be able to share online, a link ahead of time so they can see your work before you get there. It's always helpful if you have some sort of flip book or something like that if you're going to see a client in person, and those you can easily get printed out on websites like Snapfish, or even Walmart Photo Site has books that you can print out from your digital photos to give you a gallery or portfolio book that you can share with your client. Having a professional looking online gallery or a physical book in hand when you go to meet up with a client is going to set you apart from almost every other furniture refinisher. So many people are not doing this, but if you talk to any artist at all, you will understand the importance of a portfolio. That is definitely something that is going to set you apart from the rest of your competition in your local area. So let's talk about the 3 ways you can create an online gallery and portfolio. If you already have a website set up, or if you're willing to go with this option, you can set up and purchase a domain for fairly inexpensive. They're about $12 a year, so about $1 a month. And with that domain name, you can create a really simple free website. Using WordPress to create your domain is fairly simple. Most of the items are basically free, especially if you don't have to do a shop where you want people to purchase online and you're just showing off a gallery page. So if you create in WordPress on your domain site a website, that's totally doable. If you already have a domain and you already have a website going, just create another page for your gallery, and you want to organize that. Look at several different examples online and find the one that suits you best, and then basically copy the layout of what they've done. You want to make sure you don't copy any verbiage, don't copy any photos. Those are all that person's property. But you can definitely use it as a template and create the layout from their style of gallery that they have created. Number 2, if you don't have a website, don't worry, don't stop. There's no problem there. There are other options out there for you to create an online portfolio. There are also websites out there that will help you just create a single landing page. And these landing pages are hosted on their platform, and you can just create like it's, blah, blah, blah / Uniquely Grace / gallery or whatever, and they'll create that. They'll give you templates and you can just plug and play that landing page. So if you want to look for a landing page website, definitely Google several options there. Even email management systems like MailChimp and a few others like that, ActiveCampaign, all those other ones, they also have landing pages that you can create as long as you have a domain name. So those types of websites are great. Not only that, but you can get an email list going, which I highly suggest, and that's probably in a future discussion, but we'll go over that a lot. However, definitely see what you can do through all these different options. So to host a landing page where you don't need a website, I highly suggest you just Google landing page hosting, and you'll find a plethora of websites that will actually host the landing page for you and help you build it along the way, because they'll literally have drag and drop options for each section that they want you to create. Before we get to the next tip, I want to make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you're learning more from it, because every thumbs up I get helps me determine what content I need to create for you, as well as tell YouTube what you like to watch. And it definitely helps my channel in general so that I can continue to make more videos to help you learn how to boost your business in furniture refinishing. Number 3, and though it's not my favorite because I don't feel like it's super professional, if you have Facebook and you create a Facebook page, or Instagram and you create a tab where you put your posts for your gallery, your before and afters, and your detailed stuff off your main Instagram feed. These are ways that you can also create a gallery or an online portfolio using social media. So you can definitely do this in any platform that's going to give you a static post and be able to share a single photo and then be able to take that photo and put it in an album or a highlight. In Instagram, they call it highlights, and be able to move that into that area. So people click on it, all they see is your gallery posts for your before and afters and your detailed photos and things like that, so they can actually see the products that you've completed. Quick pro tip: use canva.com to create your before and after photos. So in canva.com, you can, which is free by the way, you can upload an image or 2 or 3, and then you can mix and match them together. You can crop them, you can do all kinds of things. It's very user friendly and super easy to get started. And by the way, again, it is free. I recently upgraded to the pro, but I've been using Canva for 2 or 3 years at the free level and been able to really create some amazing graphics. You can also add text, you can add arrows, you can add, like before and after with an arrow to it. You can also create your own logo in there. And if you have your own logo, you could upload it to Canva and then put that on your image also as a watermark, or maybe in the bottom if you have a border across the bottom, things like that. Learn how to create the before and after images. Canva.com is a great source for that. In Canva.com, you can also create a template, a before and after template for a vertical and a horizontal. So you want a vertical image and a horizontal image. That way you can drag and drop all your photos into that before and after template, and it'll automatically be formulated. You might have to size the photo a little bit, and then you can just save it and upload it to all your social media outlets. These tools and details are not hard to learn, but if you seriously just don't have the time, I'm going to give you a 4th bonus option. This option is to hire somebody to create your landing page, or if you purchase and you already have a website, to create a page for your gallery that way. So you can find people on Upwork.com or Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com. And those people you can search out and tell them what you want, have a quick discussion, make sure you're on the same page, and be able to hire somebody to take your content photos and create a beautiful portfolio gallery for your clients online. You don't necessarily need to do this step if you have it on social media, but you can also, because not many people know in Instagram specifically how to make this all work, and you can hire an Instagram professional on either of those websites as well. And it's definitely something, or maybe a friend knows it, but you can hire out the process if you need to for fairly inexpensive, and you can be able to get that process completed in a beautiful manner and not have to worry about it, and then have a single link to send to your customer. Okay, so before we go, I want to just cover a couple quick tips I have for you on what you need to put into your gallery and portfolio page. So first of all, I want you to curate your work. Gather up all your images that you want to share and kind of categorize them accordingly. So since we refinish furniture, a lot of people are looking for, oh, I need ideas for my dresser, or oh, I need ideas for my dining set. That is how your customer is thinking. So if you feel your customer is thinking a different way, choose that. But to me, my customer is always thinking about, oh, what kind of benches have you redone, or whatever. So I categorize by type of furniture. Next, I want you to think about captions on all your images. So you want to make sure Google can find all these wonderful things, because then people can find you online. Even if this is not your full website and this is just your gallery, you want to make sure you're optimizing every potential that Google has to crawl around and search in your website and find you. So make sure you are putting captions on all of your images, as well as before you take those images and upload them to your landing page or your digital photo gallery, that you rename those to coordinate with what it is. You might want to call it, instead of just image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you want to call it antiqued black glazed Victorian table. So that way you can get the color, you get the techniques that are in there, and you get the type of furniture it is. And I always throw in my Uniquely Graced. So make sure you throw your business name in there. That way if anyone sees the image on its own out in the internet world, through Pinterest or whatever, it has your business name attached to it, and they can hopefully Google you and easily find you. Next, I want you to add some customer reviews. I think customer reviews are so much more powerful these days that everything is moving digital. So if you have reviews from customers who love your work, absolutely adore your pieces, then by all means add those in. That is huge. And even if it's not like a 5-star review from Etsy or a 5-star review from Facebook Marketplace, it is just a worded review of how you did as a refinisher. Add that in. Add that in. Make sure your name's attached to it, and ask your client, and if you can hit them back up still, if you can borrow a photo of them in order to add that, because if there's a face to it, to the text, people trust that much more. Okay. And lastly, make sure you add in an easy way for them to contact you. So it could be a little button that says contact me here for custom refinishing, or it could be just a button in general, or maybe it's a form that they fill out and they get on your newsletter or your email list, and you insert the form there for them. Make it really easy for them to shoot you a message or to get in touch with you and be able to receive more updates from you in general. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. More in the future episodes on how you can help build your business to beat out your competition. So make sure you subscribe to this channel either on podcast or on YouTube, and follow me to be able to learn more tips and tricks on how to make sure you're standing out in your local area. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe. Make sure you click the notifications bell as well as the subscribe button, the like, the little thumbs up, and please leave a comment if you have a situation where a portfolio would have been helpful, or you have a situation where you were super excited because your portfolio did help you close that sale. Go ahead and leave a comment below. If you're listening to this in a podcast, please find me on any of my socials. I'm on uniquelygrace_stylist_artist at Instagram, and I'm also at Uniquely Grace Designs on Facebook. Make sure you like the video here, subscribe to the video here, and make sure you click on the notifications bell, because that way you'll get all the updates when I upload a new video, and you'll be able to keep up with all the great things that we are doing at Uniquely Grace Designs and the Furniture Refinishing Academy. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast and video blog. You can find more items here and here on my YouTube channel. Please help me out. If you like the content, watch another video. It always helps us in the end. So thank you very much. This is Grace signing off. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.